immature kid whose hobbies include A. creating explosives and B. throwing said handmade explosives everywhere. What could possibly go wrong? She'd be kind to her employees and she'd be good at giving pep talks. I feel like she'd have imposter syndrome, but she would actually lead well if push came to shove. She's a literal ray of sunshine, so she'd be really friendly and welcoming. And she'd be willing to show you the ropes if you don't understand how to do something. Judging by the way she's trying to take down Mondstadt's wine industry, her deductive capabilities are kind of sus. Everything would constantly go wrong, and it would be extremely stressful, but his relentless positivity in the face of hardship might be motivating to be around. She'd pretend not to care about her employees at all, but then she'd always coincidentally be there to help you if you ever really needed help with something. But it was just a coincidence, she swears. She's pretty intelligent and has a lot of life experience dealing with hardships. She seems pretty asocial though. I imagine if she was leader, she'd handle a lot of the work behind the scenes on her own.
I created another universe and founded paradise. For I, Fischl, am the Prinzessin der Verirrt...
Nothing more needs to be said. I think she'd make an effort to understand her employees. She generally seems like a very fair and reasonable person, although she would need to learn how to delegate work properly to her employees instead of trying to handle everything on her own, or she'd just end up burning herself out. Since he was raised by wolves, it'd be really hard to communicate with him. On the plus side, he seems like a good-natured person. He might be a good boss if you could actually understand what he was saying. I feel like she wouldn't want to be the boss of anyone. She seems like the type who just wants to get super immersed in her own work. She'd probably be good at teaching things because she really tries to understand how things work and connect. He's pretty shrewd and observant, so his plans would probably be good. I feel like he wouldn't be especially obvious about it, but he'd be considerate towards his employees as well. She's really intelligent, but I get the feeling that she'd give me some of her work, and I might find her occasionally sleeping in the office. Maybe I'm being way too harsh. He's second to none in his line of work, and despite initially seeming like a cold person, he's actually really friendly. You'd probably learn a lot from him. The last thing this guy would want to be is someone's boss. He just wants to drink alcohol and play music. She's ridiculously hardworking and also very kind. You'd probably work hard even if you didn't really care about what you were doing if she was your boss, because you wouldn't want to drag her down and make her look bad. He's literal Mondstadt Batman. He's competent at planning and executing plans. He constantly questions authority himself, so as a boss, I don't think he'd constantly try to show that he's in power, so to speak. It personally really annoys me when bosses constantly try to show that they have power over their employees. Like, yeah, I'm aware you're my boss, but you don't have to flex it all the time. I think she's a smart person, but she doesn't have any common sense when it comes to dealing with money, as evidenced by the fact that she's always nearly starving to death when you see her. If she's your boss, the place is going out of business.